know, in my 54 years, I've never heard no bullshit like this. And I'm still shocked. I don't know if they're serious, but I've been hearing a little bit about this, and I'm hoping like hell it's not true. Let me talk about it. This is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys. I've been hearing there's been a talk about this too for the past week or so, last 3-4 days. It was talked about on a couple of YouTube channels where they're trying to divert attention from us getting the bag, the tangibles, you know, the cream, the cash, reparations. You know, that was a early campaign statement to the Democrats and Republicans. And, of course, one in particular, Sanders, kept talking about, and I quote, "What is reparations?" Yeah. He don't seem to know what the fuck reparations is. Okay? Allegedly. You know. And I tell you, boy. But I heard that this ain't what topped the cake yet for me. Well, that did, but what topped the cake for me now is that they got something. Brace yourself. If you're sitting down, sit down. Or stand up, sit down. If you're driving, pull over, because you might want to brace yourself for this one. Yeah, the new thing they're talking about now is, wait for it, gay reparations. Yeah. I shit you not. Gay reparations. I'm like, ain't that about a bitch? Are you serious? You know, people talking about getting reparations for gay people. It's as bad as YouTube wanting to pull people off of YouTube just because they got an opinion. That's fucking insane. I'm not gonna lie about it. That is insane. That's insane as all get out. You gonna tell me that the gay people now I don't know specifically who, but that's been talked about. There was a YouTuber that talked about two people in particular. One of them is supposed to not be gay. Another one I think is. Are fighting for reparations for gays. And I'm like, what and what the fuck? Are you serious? Reparations for gays. Don't get me wrong. I think gays have a right to the basic fundamentals of life that everybody else does. I'll say that. There's some other things I don't totally agree with. But nevertheless, I have no problem with gays. I really don't. I had a good friend of mine who was gay. I mean, he was gay all day, by the way. Like I said, I never really had any issues with him. You know? I never really did. But I'm going to say this. Reparations, y'all not entitled to. I'm sorry. Unless you black. You ain't entitled for no reparation. Okay? If you gay. You know, and ask for a reparation. I mean, I don't get it. Because you're gay, you feel like you're entitled to get reparations because you're gay. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Now, I don't know if this is 100% true. I just heard a major, well-known YouTuber talked about it. I just can't believe that if legislation is going for that, I may have to move my ass over to Canada, because that's crazy. You know, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm gonna see if I could get some legitimacy on this topic and see if it's true, and then I can actually let you guys know in another podcast, because I simply can't believe this. I cannot believe it. I'm telling you right now, I cannot believe this with my own 2 ears, eyes, or whatever. I can't. I refuse. You know? But one thing that is true. Do you know that they've been giving reparations to people that had atrocities against them in their own countries? Not in the United States, but in their own countries, they got reparations. Yeah. We didn't in our own country. Where it happened, right here. And 400 some odd years later, we still fighting it. That makes no damn sense to me, people. It really don't. It really don't. It's one of my many topics I do want to talk about in my podcast. I'm hoping to do another podcast soon. The test show was okay. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I mean, it worked out. I was able to make sure the sounds is right and stuff. I got a new theme that I have ready to go. It's just a matter of me copying it into my program setup, and then we're good. So, yeah. But once I get that down, then we'll be able to go. But it just don't get it. You know, it's like that. It's deliberately like they're trying to take the focus off of what we're asking for, and say, no, you can't get yours until they get theirs first. Let's hear out what they need. No, bullshit. They already got what they need. They got equal rights. They got rights to adopt children, legally get married, you name it. Hell, they got more rights than some of us as African Americans right now. Seriously. You know? Oh, thanks, Obama. Because you looked out for them before you looked out for your own. Yeah, you did. And yeah, I'm not taking it back because it's a fact. You know why I know it's a fact? They colored the White House with the rainbow colors. The gay rainbow colors. True story. Don't believe me? Google that motherfucker. Okay? That's a fact. Okay? He looked out for them. That's another whole story. Truthfully, I could talk about Obama all day. I really could. And not necessarily in a good way, because he really was he's probably more of a snake oil salesman than Trump ever was. Now, don't get me wrong. Now I'm starting talking about Trump. I'm not saying that Trump is a saint by no stretch of the imagination, any more than anybody else. That's for damn sure. He's not. He's definitely not a saint. That's for damn sure. He's not a saint at all. Nor would I ever vote him to ever be one, because he's not. But at least with Trump, you know who you're dealing with right off the bat. No one really knew, at least as far as African Americans really knew, what they were dealing with Obama, because they thought Obama was all right. You know? Because he was a one-time community organizer. And because he's black. He's married to a black woman with black kids. See, we got duped on that. And come to find out, he was a snake oil salesman. When I found out, I knew it, but I confirmed it this year when I watched this movie. Fahrenheit 11/9. Go check it out. If that don't convince you that Obama was a snake in the grass, nothing will. I'm honestly saying that. And I really want to, I said, don't get me wrong. I respect him for what he did career-wise, for his own career as a black man. Beyond that, I could care less. Seriously. Same way he did for the people in Flint. Like I said, watch the movie and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm still shocked at that. Very surprised. But then again, it didn't surprise me, because I kind of figured he was kind of like that anyway at this point, but now it's solidified. But that's another story. But even he never, ever talked about doing anything regarding reparations. Never brought up the subject. Never. If you think I'm kidding, have you ever heard him talk about it? Not this cat. I ain't never heard him talk about it. He never talked about it once. Ever. Ever. Never, ever. Real talk. That's what I said. I ain't got no love for the brother at all. That's another story. You know, I really don't. It's just, how do you become president? It was in office for 8 years and never, ever talked about reparations. He never even talked about it because he wasn't going to do it. See, he is a big part of the problem today with politicians. Politicians are like the shiny new used car with low mileage. It's supposed to be really good on gas. Okay? That's on the outside of everything that you know about it. Okay? Clean exterior. Decent interior. Nice sound system. Everything you can see from the outside. On the inside, you don't know about. It's the leaky oil line. No air conditioning. Okay? Small pinhole in your radiator. You don't know about it. See? All the kinks that never got worked out, you don't know about. Or all the things that was hidden behind what the politician's really about. Shows their major imperfections, but you can't see it. Unless you really view it with a microscope. Kind of like I did with Kamala Harris. Yeah. That's a prime example. The moment she said that she was going to run for president on Martin Luther King Jr.'s observance, I knew she was full of shit the moment she said it. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I didn't really know much of anything about Kamala Harris. I heard stories about her, both good and bad. But then when she said that, I said, nah, it was obvious. This broad is all about the opportunity and not much more. And from what I read about her for the last several months, that's all she's about. Cory Booker, same thing. You know. Joe Biden. Don't even get me started with Bernie Sanders. You know. And like I said, the one thing that all these guys got in common, including Obama,